Certainly. Here's the full detailed representation of the United States military support and strategic involvement in the Iran-Israel conflict, June 2025. United States military support and strategy, June 2025. Naval deployment. The United States has mobilized an extensive naval presence in the Middle East. Two major aircraft carrier strike groups, the USS Nimitz and USS Carl Vinson, are positioned in the eastern Mediterranean and Arabian Sea. Each carrier is accompanied by guided missile destroyers, cruisers, submarines, and over 70 aircraft. Advanced destroyers such as the USS Arleigh Burke, USS Gravely, and USS The Sullivans are deployed off the coast of Israel, forming part of an integrated missile defense network. These Aegis-equipped warships provide radar coverage and interception capabilities against ballistic missile and drone attacks. Additionally, at least one nuclear-powered submarine armed with Tomahawk cruise missiles is believed to be operating covertly in the region, enhancing deterrence. Air, power, and intelligence. U.S. air assets are fully active throughout the region. Airborne Warning and Control Systems, AWACS, are maintaining constant surveillance across the Gulf, Israel, and Iranian borders. Aerial refueling tankers are supporting extended-range missions for fighter jets based in Qatar, Kuwait, the UAE, and Diego Garcia. F-35 and F-15 fighter jets are on standby, while U-2 reconnaissance planes and Reaper drones are monitoring Iranian military infrastructure and regional militia movements. Electronic warfare aircraft are also active, ensuring U.S. forces maintain air superiority and disrupt enemy communications. Missile defense operations. Missile defense is a top priority. The U.S. has expanded its deployment of Patriot and THAAD terminal high-altitude area defense systems in key locations, including Israel's Negev Desert, U.S. bases in Bahrain, and forward operating sites in Kuwait and Jordan. These systems are integrated with Israel's Iron Dome and David's Sling defenses to form a regional missile shield. The coordinated air defense architecture is capable of intercepting short, medium, and long-range ballistic threats, including drones and cruise missiles launched by Iran or its proxy forces. Strategic objectives. The United States aims to accomplish 5 strategic goals through its current military posture. 1. Protect Israel from direct missile attacks and asymmetric threats. 2. Deter Iran from escalating the conflict regionally, particularly through Hezbollah, Iraqi militias, or naval disruptions. 3. Safeguard American diplomatic, military, and commercial assets in the Middle East. 4. Prevent a broader war from drawing in other countries or destabilizing regional economies. 5. Support intelligence sharing and coordination with key allies such as Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt. U.S. political and military leadership. The president has declared that the U.S. will not initiate hostilities with Iran, but will respond forcefully to any aggression targeting American personnel or infrastructure. The Secretary of Defense emphasized that the military deployments are defensive and precautionary in nature. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, is operating at maximum readiness, coordinating with regional partners, and preparing contingency plans. Evacuation orders have been issued for non-essential staff in Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon, with aircraft and ships on standby for extraction missions. Global and regional impact. The U.S. presence has reassured regional allies while also sparking tension among adversaries. Gulf states have welcomed the U.S. buildup as a stabilizing force. However, rival powers such as Russia and China have called for de-escalation, warning against U.S. overreach. Commercial airlines have rerouted flight paths away from the conflict zone. Oil markets have surged due to fears of supply disruption, especially if Iran attempts to close the Strait of Hormuz. Military analysts warn that any miscalculation involving U.S. or Israeli strikes inside Iranian territory could spark a much larger confrontation. Forward bases and logistics. Key U.S. bases across the region have been activated at full capacity. Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, Camp Arif Jan in Kuwait, and bases in Jordan are now logistical hubs for personnel, intelligence, and weapons transfers. Diego Garcia and Incirlik Air Base in Turkey remain critical for long-range bomber missions and regional reconnaissance. U.S. naval logistics teams are rotating resupply missions from Bahrain and Djibouti, ensuring sustained operations for deployed strike groups. Khanishar Summary. The United States is fully engaged in protecting Israel and stabilizing the region through an advanced and flexible military deployment. While avoiding direct combat with Iran, U.S. forces are prepared for any escalation. This show of force serves as a deterrent, a shield for allies, and a signal to all players that the U.S. remains deeply involved in Middle East security.